Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachak with Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this lesson is going to be dealing with this Vancouver, Vancouver cocaine and meth store. Now, this has become news. They put it on the news and spoke about how this man was trying to I don't know how to say, formally sell drugs, with a menu and everything outside of his place of residence, right? And there's a reason that this thing is happening, okay? And you have to understand that this all has to do with the subtlety of the serpent, okay? And when we speak about the serpent goes back to the garden. Okay, but the spirit of the serpent and Cain, because they had the same spirit, all right, meaning that they were of that same wicked nation, okay, came into the Edomites. And the Edomites are the people who run the world today, okay, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, so on and so forth. These top families in the earth, the King Charles, these are all Edomites. Okay, and that is the image of an Edomite. Even this man here, he has the image of an Edomite. Okay, but we're really dealing with the elites because he really doesn't know what's going on. He's a lower level Edomite. Now, or at least that's what he appears to be. Now, you deal with these elites. They have a plan. Everything they're doing, everything they're setting up is geared towards their plans. And their plans is the NWO. Okay, and one of the things they need for that plan is complete chaos. All right, but dealing with this particular situation, I'm gonna go into it, and I'm gonna go into my thoughts on it. I'm gonna go into my thoughts on it in the spirit. Okay, so first I want to read 2 Corinthians 2:11. It reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Okay, so Satan can't get an advantage of us if we are privy to his devices. Now, the serpent is also known as what in Revelation, the 20th chapter? The devil and Satan, right? Let's get Revelation, the 20th chapter, to prove to you that the serpent is also known as Satan. It's not the spiritual demon Satan, right? Because the serpent was an actual man, all right? But the word Satan means adversary, okay? And he's adversarial to the Most High and his people and his ways. Now, this is Revelation 2:1. It says, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent," going back to the garden, "which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years." Like I said, this is not the spiritual demon Satan. This is speaking about his physical counterparts, which at this time, when they were bound for that 1,000 years, was the Edomites. Okay, because they were bound, meaning that they were not able to come into prominence while we were on top in the Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages, so on and so forth. Okay, and I don't want to bombard, the newer viewers with too much information, but yeah, the spirit will go out where the spirit goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this video.
Welcome back. Yesterday, I published a video talking about a hard drugstore in downtown Vancouver that opened up recently. Now, I tried to keep the wordage and the verbiage YouTube friendly, but however, that video got demonetized, so the reach gets limited massively when that happens. Now, I'm following up on this story, so I just ask you guys, please share this out so that we can actually get this information out there to as many people as possible. Now, yesterday, this store was all the news. This is Aaron Gunn, filmmaker from Vancouver, saying, "Welcome to Vancouver, the only city in North America currently serving cocaine, crack, heroin, and crystal meth in broad daylight, with no consequences from the city or police." Now,
this is not by accident. You see, they're doing the same type of thing in Babylon the Great, which is America, which I call Canada baby Babylon. All right, and what they're doing is they're removing any law and order. They're making it legal to loot. to run up in stores and steal things, and there's nothing the police can do. And certain places you can't, unless they catch the person in the act, there's nothing they can do. Right? So they're setting this up for the purpose of chaos. All right? And this, now they're selling he has a sign out there, and they're giving him all this media coverage. The media is there covering it like he's some damn celebrity, when all they should really do is just lock him up, right? But no, because there's an agenda behind this. Okay? The scriptures speak about the subtlety of the serpent. This is Genesis 3:1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord power had made." Now, like I said, this is not speaking about an actual snake. This is speaking about a man with serpent-like characteristics. Okay, even the nations are likened unto beast. Okay, this is spiritual. It says, "And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the tree of the fruit we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High hath said, Ye shall not eat of it." Now, the fruit is dealing with the philosophies, okay, of these devils, okay, right, which is contrary to the philosophy of the Most High. Okay, "Neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die." So he lied. Okay, so you're not going to surely die. "For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." Now, this was the truth. Okay, because the scriptures, in order to be a judge, you have to know good and evil. There's something called balance in the scriptures. The Most High speaks about a false balance. We have to know good and evil. It even speaks about Yahweh Shai, how he, he was tempted like we were tempted. So he knows what we're going through, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, which makes him a perfect judge. So he was telling the truth there, but he mixed the truth in with lies. And this is what these Edomites do. Okay, they bend the truth. It says, "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant in the eyes," right? Because the way he presented it and made it sound nice. He made it sound smooth. The same way they presented the juice to the people. The same way they're going to present the MOTB to the people. They're going to make it sound sweet. It's going to make it sound nice. Like the best thing that has ever happened. The best thing since bread was made into slices, man. Okay? "And a tree to be desired, to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat." Okay, so that was that philosophy. All right, but the reason why it was palatable, okay, to Eve is because of the way the serpent spoke. Now, this is Psalms 52 and verse 55 and verse 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter." No, we're just here to help. We're trying to get things under control, and this and that, and the third, right? Remember when that guy was questioning the what's his name, Mayorkas, the one who's in charge of the border, right? What did he say? He gave the typical Edomite answer, right? Typical Edomite politician answer. "Oh, there's many challenges we're facing, and this and that." They all have they have a quote book, where whenever someone asks you something that you don't want to answer, this is how you beat around the bush. This is how you smoothen the situation out. And the majority of the people are deceived by this. Okay? You have to understand how the serpent operates, man. And that guy's a small hat. All right? Mayorkas. He's not no Latin. And I knew he was an Edomite. Okay? I don't care if his name was Mayorkas, Sanchez. All right? Johnson. Okay, he's an Edomite. I could tell by the way he responds, man. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." You got to watch out. These devils are looking to slay. They're looking to shed blood. Okay, this is really what, at the end of the day, when all is said and done, these Edomites are looking to shed blood. Okay, they're looking to DEPOPULA TIONS, Okay, they're looking to depop the people, man. All right, that's what they're looking for. This man has the spirit of Cain on him, man. These elites have the spirit of Cain on them. Okay, they do not hate blood; they love blood. Anyways, this is Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit." Okay, this is a trap that they're setting. He said that's why we cannot be ignorant. We have to watch everything. We have to question everything. Okay, we have to research things. It says he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And Jake gets fooled by the weeping of the eyes of these devils, or the so-called humbling themselves, or when they say certain things in certain ways. And they usually just say that they usually have, like I said, they have a quote book. Okay, it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, because he's the cause of it, right? Like, who's letting all these migrants in with all these different plagues on them? It's these devils, okay? But then they're acting like they're trying to help the people, and they're supposed to be the defense ministers, and they're supposed to make sure that the people are safe, and we just want to make sure that everyone's safe, and we only care about the good of the people. But really, what they're trying to do is destroy the people. And though he pretend to help thee, well, let's look up this word pretend, man. Because some of you jakes is like you don't understand that these Edomites are pretenders. They're actors, man. The best actors are Edomites, okay? Said to behave as if something is true when you know that it is not. Okay, well, that's what the serpent did he not? He was pretending, okay, in order to deceive people or as a game. And that's what they're doing, okay? Even with this whole thing, this is all a psyop, and it's all preparing you for what's coming. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into it, my thoughts on this, okay? So anyways, it says, though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Okay, so let's get back to this video.
That may not be completely true, because there was consequences, and we're going to get to that. And if you notice, I'm not glossing over some of these words. Well, we've just gone completely down the demonetization rabbit hole here today. So again, I'm asking that you share this video out. Now, this is an article that came out from Vice News. I know we're gonna get into this. Vice News, obviously showing support for this gentleman, I guess you could say, in this article. Vice News, of course, is facing bankruptcy right now because nobody wants anything to do with them, or this website, apparently, because of how horrible it is. A store selling heroin, meth, and cocaine just opened in Canada. Now, you go into the story of this man who set it about for himself.
And by the way, the word vice means evil. Okay, the word vice actually means evil. Okay.
For the safe supply. I mean, we can talk about his motives, and we can discuss that later, but let's talk about what they're saying at least. Jerry Martin, 51, opened a drugstore Wednesday in Vancouver, downtown East Side, a neighborhood that has long been considered ground zero for Canada's overdose epidemic. While British Columbia has very progressive drug laws, the mobile shop operating completely illegally. The province recently began a 3-year drug decriminalization pilot project for possession of small amounts of opioids, cocaine, meth, and MDMA, but selling remains prohibited. Now,
right, and another thing, Sly, that's like a slap in the face to you, Jakes, because when they were, first of all, these devils put the crack in the community, and they criminalized that to the highest degree when it came to you, Jakes, and you, Jakes, needed help. Okay, but now that it's fallen upon these Edomites, all of a sudden now, we're going to decriminalize it. Okay, but there's a deeper reason behind it. Okay, it's deeper than just, oh, we gonna help these. We don't want these Edomites to get arrested. It's a deeper reason because the elites don't really care about the lower level Edomites. It's really to bring forth chaos in the society. Okay, it's to bring forth chaos. And one of the things I believe they want to do is to start selling these things like how this man is doing it to some degree, the same way they have these weed stores and things of that nature. I believe they want to open up these type of stores too. Okay, for these items you see here, man. Okay, and why do I say that? Because now there's a trend of there being all these different things that you see here being laced with fentanyl. Okay, and people dropping dead from it. All right, and it's not being done by the cartels. It's not being done by the Issachar. Okay, this goes deeper. It's being done by the Edomites. All right, the top government officials that look like this guy. Okay, that's who it's being done by. These people in high places. Why? Because I even had some people that was in that I knew recently dropped dead from that. Okay, a guy, him and his girlfriend dropped dead from that because they thought they were dealing with COC. All right, the COC, all right, the Coca-Cola, but come to find out it was laced with fentanyl, man. Okay, so they both died, and then another chick that I know, her aunt died, and then some other person died. Okay, that was of her family. Actually, her aunt and her mother died from the same thing, I believe. All right, and this is becoming a trend, and what's happening is you have these top drug dealers going to these different labs, right? Or these people who know how to test it, and they're trying to find out to make sure that their product doesn't have that in it. Because how is that good for business if all your clients are dropping dead? That's not good for business. That's not good for business. So ain't no person that's trying to make bread off of this intentionally putting it in there. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? They're not intentionally putting it in there. This has to do with the elites. This has to do with Esau Edom. And I believe he's doing that so he can say, oh, yeah, we got to make sure that it's pure and safe for the people. Right? Remember how Joe Biden was trying to find a safe place for these people to do their drugs with clean needles. Okay, so listen, this is the way that the devil operates, man. He acts like he's coming to help, but he's coming for the purpose of destruction, man. Okay, and you have to understand too that these are your enemies. Okay, you Jakes don't seem to understand that you have enemies. Matter of fact, let's get Psalms the 83rd chapter. Okay. This is Psalms 83 and verse 1. It says, keep not thou silence, O Most High, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. And a lot of these things were targeted to you Jakes, but these Edomites happen to get swept up in it. Okay, and that's the Most High causing them to fall into the pit, in the ditch which they have made. Okay, it says they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, that's the first one on the list, and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes. Okay, so the Edomites are the first on the list because this is your top enemy, and this is who rules the world, and this is who's bringing in all this chaos. Okay, and you Jakes best believe that you are a number one target when these troops start to come down heavy. All right, especially those that know that they're Israelites. If you've been watching the videos and things like that, you're a target. Okay, because Esau's getting ready to come down heavy when all chaos and all hell breaks loose. He's getting ready to come down heavy to establish that order. Now Esau's not just the enemy of Jake. He's really the enemy of all living things, all living organisms, including himself. That's why the Most High said, if he does not shorten the days, there shall no flesh left to be saved. But like I said, man, Esau has targeted your people with these things first. Okay, he targeted Jake with these type of things first. Now, like I said, this is all getting ready. Esau has a purpose behind what he's doing. Okay, he's moving very subtly. He has a purpose behind allowing this to be made public. Okay, and giving this so much air coverage, and also lacing these things with the fentanyl. All right.
Small amount, but to any doctor or pharmacist, you would know that 2.5 grams of some of these substances are lethal doses. They're not small amounts. However, Martin told Vice News he opened the store because he wants to give people the drugs that have been tested and are free from adulterants, including fentanyl. Although fentanyl, which is the driving record overdoses in Canada and the U.S., is the primary street opioid that Vancouver now uses, Martin is instead selling heroin. Now, there's a lot of conjecture into what it is that he's doing. We can see that he is actually selling these for a profit. This is not something. It's not completely, just him giving this stuff away at no cost. But you can judge for yourself where his motives are on this one. But he knew that he was going to get arrested, and here's where we get into this. Martin runs the real risk of being arrested if that happens. His lawyer Paul Lewin has already prepared arguments to launch a constitutional challenge. So the part of the motive here is to actually try to make these drugs completely legal in the future so that people could sell them out in the open like this. He would allege that the lawsuit prevents a safe supply and result in the death by poisoning, contravene Section 7 of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and must be struck down. Lewin wrote in a letter to Martin's potential landlords and business partners. Now, here.
Yeah, this guy was probably set up. Okay, he was probably set up for this purpose. But anyways, you can see where this is going. All right, you can see where this is going. He's getting all this coverage. They're treating him like he's a damn celebrity. All right, and what is he doing? He's selling drugs. Okay, so Esau has his purpose behind this. It's not just some random thing. Let's get Psalm 64. This is Psalm 64 and verse 2. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." And that's iniquity. And that's why it's on Vice. Okay, because Vice means evil. That's evil, man. Those things that he's given to the people to use, and some of those, like let's say the coca leaf, right? There's benefits of that for the Lord has created that to be like a natural thing to be used for pain, but the way they use it is wicked, snorting it up their nose, smoking it. That's wicked. There's a way to use things wickedly. And the scriptures even speak about the things that are used for the things for man's use. What's that? It's Ecclesiasticus 36, I believe. All right, all the things that are for man's use, it could be turned to wickedness. And that's what Esau does. He turns everything wicked. Okay? Even the poppy leaf, what they make the heroin from, the poppy leaf, that there's benefits of that for pain as a natural painkiller and things of that nature. Maybe it's 26 possibly. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to try 37, and then after that, I'm going to try to find it. I don't think it's 37, though, but it might be 37. Bear with me. Okay. There's a significant point I want to make with that. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so this is Ecclesiastes 39 and 26. Okay, Salakia. So it's Ecclesiastes 39 and 26. Okay, so it's Ecclesiastes 39 and 26. And it reads, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. And that's what Esau does. He takes things that are for good and he turns it into evil because he is the man of sin. Like I said, some of these things, like for example, cocaine, which crack, that's nothing but that's witchcraft because they mix it in with something that's not supposed to be mixed with to put it in a form where you could only smoke it. Okay, so but the coca leaf and the poppy seed, okay, or the poppy flower, that is really supposed to be used as a natural painkiller. Okay, and that's really fine to use it that way. But Esau has turned it into something wicked. And the thing that when you do it the way that Esau set it up to, you put it up your nose or you inject it in your arm or whatever. And plus they mix certain of the, these things with certain things too. All it does is it leaves an open gateway for a multitude of demons. Okay, that's all it does. Okay, that's all it does. Okay, so let me read this again. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bow to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, and that's an evil matter. Okay, they commune of laying snares privily, meaning in private. They say, who shall see them? Because they think no one's seeing them, but the prophets are searching them out. And really, us searching them out is really the Most High searching them out, man. Okay, and discovering their secrets. Okay, don't be fooled by this, man. This is not by accident. This is intentional, and Esau has a plan behind this. So, Lord's willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom until the next video.